Good day, Maple Gang. How are you all doing? So I'm here in the polytunnel. I've been going through some of the trees, looking around, seeing what needs repotting. I've repotted about 6 of my younger grafts in those tall 3-litre pots there, and this is a Ukigumo air layering I did 2 years ago. It's coming up to 2 years this spring, and I secured it into this pond basket using a bit of cable. It's got rubber insulation on it, so that has now outgrown this pot. As you can see, the roots are growing healthily, so I want to get this up into a bigger pot. I'm going to put it in this basket here, so you can see there. So that's a good size up. We're not going too big too quick. Yes, I'll say it's a good size for where it's at right now. Loving the structure on this tree as well. The branching is really nice. I love how Ukigumo grows anyway. It's one of my favourite trees, and it's typical that I say that because there's a lot of trees I say that about. I guess we're spoiled for choice. So I'm gonna get this out of this pond basket and get it into there. Got the mixture made up. So I'm getting an irrigation system installed. I'm going to install that in the next couple of weeks before it gets too hot, so I won't have the issue that I was talking about in one of my previous videos about pond baskets and air pots, especially being in a polytunnel, because they lose moisture quicker, so it's a bit counterproductive, especially with a free draining soil. But if you've got the irrigation system, then that is providing moisture to the tree whenever it needs it, and it can be controlled. So on that basis, I'm sticking it in another air pot, and yeah, just gonna go with it. This is actually done pretty well. It's been wedged in that gap down there, which I think's probably helped keep or retain moisture down there as well, because it's on the ground and it's surrounded by things. So yeah, and this is my mix. So here we've got, I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. So I'm doing 8 scoops of this composted bark. I think it's pine and different kinds of tree, but it's all composted, and that is acidic, which is what maples need, what they like. So I do 8 scoops of that. I do 2 scoops of this. This is the coconut coir. I've got chunks of that. That acts like a natural peat, if you like. So that's really going to help with retaining that moisture on those drier days. And then I do 1 full scoop of this pumice. Again, it's good for drainage and water retention. So it's the first time I've done this ratio, and this soil medium as well. I've never used cocoa coir before, and I've never used pure composted bark. I've always used like an ericaceous soil for the maples. So we'll see where this gets us. Alright, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to get started on this. Oh, another thing I'm going to say, I'm not going to waste this because this is good material. So nothing wrong with this material in here. So I'm going to empty it back into here. Just recycle it really. Yeah. Okay, so I've just loosened most of that soil off I didn't realise how dense it was. It is just so thick with root in there. The moss is still in there as well from when I air layered it. You can see it's gonna be a lovely twin trunk. I'm gonna use this for bonsai. This is the idea with this one. It's really thick roots as well. I think there's a tap root. There's just, that was spiraling all the way around the bottom. I did cut it, but yeah, very healthy tree. So now time to get it into that pot over there. So let's pause it a sec. So that's 3/4 of the way filled. Now I'm just gonna, it's standing pretty level, to be honest, so I don't really need to do much. Yeah, I won't even need to use the wire anymore because it's built so many healthy roots. I might stick a bamboo rod in there just to stop it wobbling a little bit, but other than that it's all good. Just going to fill the rest up now. Just getting this glove on. Right. Throw this around the edges. Then I'm going to give it a bit of a poke with a stick so all the soil goes into the gaps. So you'll be surprised, you'll fill this up, you think there's no more room, and then you start prodding. Where did I put it? I've lost my stick. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is not a big stick at all, but it will do. You'll start noticing the level of the soil will go down. There you go. Loads of space. Oh no, my sticks. No, my sticks died. Yeah, the stick's done. Ugh. Okay, let's compress. That's good, I'm happy with that. In the next 4 weeks, I'm probably going to... Oh, what's that? I can see. Hold on a minute. No, I've just noticed a thick root. I might have to cut that out. This is the great thing about air layers, you get a lot of good surface roots. There's a thick one that's coming up there. Yeah, I may have to cut that one out. Decisions. I'm just going to pause it. Okay, so I've cut that one off there as it was looping up and then coming back down, so I don't really want that appearance. This is doing something quite similar, but I'm going to leave that one for now. I'll maybe deal with that later. But yeah, other than that, I'm liking how it's looking. So now we can see all the rest of the space. I'm going to repot this Yōhen as well over there. There shouldn't be as much to do with that one. So yeah, I can't remember if I said it earlier. Yeah, in about 4 weeks' time, I'm going to get the feed. I use the Britax powder type feed. It's got good levels all round NPK. So you got nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So as this is a variegated type, you don't want to have too many high levels of nitrogen. I've said quite a bit recently about that. It will cause the tree to start pushing more chlorophyll, therefore not having as much variegation going through your foliage. So just be mindful of that on your variegated types. Right. Stick some bark in there. Okay, there we go. And that is the Ukigumo air layering in another pot. So yeah, I'll pause this. Do you know what? I was going to end this here, but I'll continue with the Yōhen as well. Let's see. Here is the lovely Yōhen. I'm super excited with the prospect and future of this tree. I've documented it in quite a few different videos now, and it's just, he's got a lot of really good qualities that I like. I like the colour of the trunk. Sometimes it goes like a mustard yellow as well. At the moment it's green, but as it warms up, it starts to go, especially on the newer branching, it goes like a mustard yellow. And then you've got, it's like a red leaf with like a darker red on the inside. It kind of creates like a two-tone effect. You've also got the leaves that kind of curl under themselves like the Hemorrhoea or Trompenberg does, although that's not consistent like every part of the year. It does that at certain parts of the year. So I'm still evaluating it, seeing how often it does certain things, what different colours it goes and all of that. In the fall, it goes like a yellow and a red, and you can see the veining as well going through the leaves. I even remember seeing this lime green veining going through the leaves in the springtime last year. Well, it won't be long anyway between now and the time we'll see that. It'll be a few weeks. But yeah, I'm going to repot this because it's not the biggest pot, and I want to get in a bigger pot so it does well and can push on. So yeah, let me just get this prepared. So here we are. I've trimmed some of the roots back. Root system is looking really healthy on this. Good to see. Yeah. And this is, I don't know if you can see the difference. So when you've got a normal pot, the roots don't grow like this. They wrap around the pot, don't they? But when you've got them in the air pots, they prune themselves when they hit the air. So they look like they just got a load of dead ends, which is really healthy for the tree. It's getting the oxygen that it needs and aeration to the root ball. So that's what creates that effect, that look. I pruned off a root there that was lapping over the top of that nabari there on the left, and now it looks more seamless, so I'm happy with that. That's filled to the correct level, and yeah, now I'm just going to plant it at the right angle. So I want to see how I want it to, yeah, I'm happy with it to go like that. That looks good to me. Now I'm going to start filling it. And here it is. Yōhen is repotted in just a fairly, well, slightly bigger sized air basket or pond basket. So yeah, as you can see, lots of healthy buds growing on this. Really looking forward to continuing documentation on this one. And I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, we're like nearly 18 minutes in. But yeah, there's going to be more to come, people. So yeah, any questions, as always, leave them in the comments section. I'm happy to get back to you and answer things the best that I can to my knowledge. Yeah, other than that, have a good weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.